All right, well, good evening, everybody. Welcome you guys back to my channel. In tonight's video, what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to connect the Lippert Components tote tank adapter to your dump station simulator or dump station setup. Now, in today's video, what we're going to do is we're going to show you guys how to connect your Lippert Components Wastemaster RV sewer hose to your dump station connection. All right. So before we get started, I'd like to get you guys a little bit into the sewer hose spirit. This is a sewer hose dump station setup that we have here. For this setup, we're going to be using the Valterra Flush King and the Lippert Components the Lippert Components tote tank adapter. This tote tank adapter basically allows you to extend and retract. But as you can see here, this unit is really durable. And what we're going to do is we're going to show you guys how to connect your sewer hose to your dump station. First of all, what we're going to do is we're going to show you how that is done. All right. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to connect our Valterra Flush King to our garden hose. We're not going to be using the water today in this video because of it being too cool. I wanted to let you guys know that if you're watching this video, please do not duplicate or try any of this stuff at home that you're about to see. Okay. First, what we're going to do is we're going to connect our garden hose to the Valterra Flush King. That's going to be the first step we're going to do. Okay. So the first step we're going to do, connect our garden hose to the Valterra Flush King, like this. All right, so once we get that picked up, we're going to grab the Valterra Flush King. We're going to grab our anti-siphon valve for the Valterra Flush King, unscrew that. We're going to connect the anti-siphon valve to the water hose like this. Once that is connected to your water hose, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your Valterra Flush King. We're going to connect it to the rear end of the rear end of the garden hose assembly. Once that is done, we're going to show you how to connect the Valterra Flush King to your garden hose setup. So ladies and gentlemen, if you guys can hear, we do have a big rig coming down the street. Yep, that's the same big rig that came down our street earlier. All right. We're going to take our garden hose assembly. We're going to connect it to the Valterra Flush King. Once that is connected to the Valterra Flush King, we're going to set our sewer hose assembly to the side. I'm going to walk around to the other side of the unit. And then this is what we're going to do. After the garden hose is connected to the sewer line, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to connect our Valterra Flush King to the sewer hose, the Lippert Components tote tank adapter. Once that is finished, what we're going to do now is we're going to hook up the unit to our tote tank, which is going to be this trash can right here. So here's how that is done. We're going to extend our hose out just a little bit. And then we're going to connect our hose just like that. So ladies and gentlemen, that is how to connect your RV sewer hose to your tote tank. So now, once you have a feeling of how it works, let me show you guys how this works. Okay? So the water will come out of your valve assembly, and it will go into here, take a turn, and it will go down into here, into the tote tank. So ladies and gentlemen, that is how you have it. So there's your tote tank adapter and how it works. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to disconnect the tote tank adapter from the terminal. First, we're going to take our unit. We're going to retract the unit from the dump station. And the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our unit. We're going to take our unit off of the valve assembly. Once that is taken off of the valve assembly, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go unhook the sewer line, the freshwater line from the sewer line. And this is how it's done, okay? So what we're going to do is you're going to take your garden hose. You're going to take your garden hose. You're going to start to unscrew it. You're going to turn it to the left instead of the right. Remember, lefty loosey, righty tighty. Once that is done, you're going to take your anti-siphon valve off the unit, and then therefore, that is how you're going to have a sewer line that is connected to your dump station. So, ladies and gentlemen, that right there is a video on how to connect your tote tank adapter to your freshwater main at this time. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow, what we're going to do is we're going to show you guys how to connect your raw sewer line to your dump station. We're going to show you how to connect your raw sewer line to the dump station. But we're going to talk about we're going to take you guys on a dump station tour of how a dump station works. We're going to talk about how the dump station works. So, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully this video will teach you guys about the Valterra Flush King and the tote tank adapter from Lippert Components. Ladies and gentlemen, I will send you a link for the Wastemaster RV sewer hose. Yes, I will send you a link for the Wastemaster RV sewer hose. It is on Amazon, so please don't fret. If you do see the link on Amazon, you will notice that it does cost a lot of money. It's like $162 on Amazon. So please don't fret. If you don't want to spend that type of money on a sewer hose, then don't do it, all right? So, ladies and gentlemen, that should do it for today's look at the Lippert Components tote tank adapter with the Valterra Flush King and the garden hose. Ladies and gentlemen, that should do it for today's review on how to hook up your Valterra Flush King to your Wastemaster RV sewer hose. That is a review on how to hook up your Wastemaster RV sewer hose to your tote tank. Have a great day.